Chosen one, the time has come. You've waited for this moment, but know this: the waiting is over. God has spoken and your appointed time is now. You may have felt overlooked, lost in the noise of life, but I tell you now, that season is finished. This is your time. The time when your purpose rises to the surface and aligns with God's divine plan. Every delay, every struggle, every season of waiting has been preparing you for this moment. The trials you faced were not there to break you, but to mold you, to strengthen you for what lies ahead. You are being activated now, not by your own will, but by the power of the Almighty, and nothing can stop what God has set in motion. Right now, divine doors are opening before you, ones that you couldn't have imagined in your wildest dreams. The world will be stunned by the speed with which you step into your destiny. What seemed impossible is now your reality. This is not just a blessing. This is divine favor, a promise kept by the Creator himself. The doors of opportunity are no longer closed. They are wide open, and you are walking through them. The time for hesitation is over. It's time to move forward, to step boldly into what God has already prepared for you. You are a chosen vessel, set apart for this exact time. Your life has been a journey of preparation, each experience an essential step in this process. You are not here by accident, nor is this moment random. Your purpose has been written from the beginning of time. The very challenges you faced have been shaping you into the person you were always meant to be. Now, it's time to embrace your calling with confidence, knowing that everything has led you to this point. God's hand is on your life, and His promise to you is unshakable. You are moving into a season of unprecedented favor and divine alignment. This is your moment of transformation. Everything you've endured has positioned you to receive this divine outpouring. It's not a matter of if you will rise, it's already happening. The question now is, will you embrace this moment fully and step into what is waiting for you? Chosen one, this moment is not just a passing season, it's a divine shift. The world will not recognize you in the same way it once did. You are no longer defined by your past struggles, your failures, or the opinions of others. You are stepping into a new identity, one that is firmly rooted in God's calling and His promise. Your transformation is evident, not just in your outward appearance, but in your very spirit. The glow of God's presence will be unmistakable, shining through you in a way that leaves others in awe. The trials of the past were not to break you, but to refine you, to prepare you for what's ahead. Now you are equipped, empowered, and ready for what God has destined you to do. Your divine shift brings a fresh sense of clarity, purpose, and peace. No longer will you wander aimlessly or feel uncertain about your direction. God's plan for you is crystal clear, and with each step you take, you will feel the confidence that comes from walking in His will. This clarity is a gift, a direct result of your obedience and trust in God. Where there was once confusion, there is now divine understanding. Where there was once fear, there is now boldness. The power of the Holy Spirit is fueling you, giving you the strength to rise above every obstacle and walk into your destiny. The chains that once held you back are being broken. Every limitation, every label, every lie that has been spoken over your life is now being lifted. God is declaring you free, free to walk in the fullness of His promises. This is your time to live without fear, to take action without hesitation, and to trust that every step you take is being guided by the hand of God. You no longer have to fight on your own. The battle is already won, and now you step into victory, carrying with you the authority of the kingdom. As you walk in this new season, know that God is moving swiftly on your behalf. What once seemed delayed or out of reach is now within your grasp. God is opening doors that no man can shut. What you thought was impossible will now unfold before you. Your dreams, your hopes, and your desires are all coming into alignment with God's perfect will. This is not a time to hold back or second guess. It's a time to step boldly forward, to seize every opportunity that God places before you. God is calling you to walk in authority and power, to stand tall and know that you are not just a survivor, but a conqueror. You are chosen to rise above, to lead and inspire, and to impact the world around you in ways you can't yet comprehend. Your life is no longer your own. You have been bought with a price, and now you walk as a vessel of divine power and purpose. The strength you carry is not your own, but it is God's strength made perfect in you. With Him, there is nothing impossible. You can move mountains, break chains, and bring light to the darkest places. Embrace the shift, chosen one. This is the season where your purpose takes center stage. You will no longer live in the shadows or hide your light. It's time for you to step into the fullness of who God has called you to be. Your divine assignment is unfolding, and you are ready. You are equipped for the journey ahead, and every step you take will be one of purpose and divine fulfillment. The time for hesitation is over. It's time to rise, to speak, to act, and to walk confidently into the destiny that God has prepared for you. You may feel overwhelmed, but let me remind you, you are not alone. God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. His angels are surrounding you, and His Holy Spirit is empowering you. With Him you will succeed. With Him you will conquer. The promises that He has spoken over your life are yes and amen. This divine shift is not a fleeting moment, but a permanent transformation. You will never be the same again. Embrace it fully, for it is the beginning of something far greater than you can imagine. God is moving in your life right now. His plan is unfolding, and you are at the center of it all. The time is now, and the blessings are on their way. The promises of prosperity, favor, and success are being unlocked. You are walking into a season of divine overflow, and the world will witness the power of God in your life. The shift is here, and it's time for you to step boldly into what God has prepared for you. Chosen one, you have now entered the season of divine provision. God is not simply offering you temporary blessings, but an everlasting flow of abundance. This is not a mere promise, it is a divine guarantee. Everything you need spiritually, emotionally, and materially is already on its way. Your days of striving and struggling to make things happen are over. No longer will you rely on your own efforts to sustain you. The Creator of the universe has taken on the responsibility of providing for you. His faithfulness will be your security, and His abundance will be your portion. Understand this. God's provision is not limited by the world's standards. His ways are higher, His resources are unending, and His love is unfathomable. The wealth that awaits you is not simply material. It's a wealth that encompasses every area of your life, your health, your relationships, your purpose. God's provision flows in such a way that it meets all your needs and overflows into the lives of others. You were never meant to live in scarcity. Abundance is your inheritance, and it is already flowing toward you. You have stepped into a new realm, a realm where God's promises are not just words to be believed, but truths to be experienced. The moment you accepted His call, you entered into a covenant of provision that cannot be broken. The river of God's abundance is now flowing in your direction, and no force can stop it. The doors that were once closed to you are now swinging wide open. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach are now coming into your life effortlessly. You are not walking into this season by accident. You are walking into it by divine orchestration. This divine provision is not just for you to hoard, but to share. You have been chosen to be a conduit of God's blessings, a vessel through which His love, provision, and goodness will flow. As you walk in alignment with His will, you will find that the more you give, the more you receive. It's a divine cycle that cannot be broken. The more you release, the more God will pour into your life. This is not just about personal gain. This is about fulfilling your divine purpose. You are meant to bless others with what God gives you, and as you do, you will experience an increase that far exceeds your expectations. The abundance you're stepping into is not a fleeting moment, but an ongoing process. It's a continuous flow of provision that will meet you at every point of need. There will never be a moment when God leaves you empty-handed. Your needs will always be met, and His provision will overflow into your life, touching every area of your existence. As you trust in His provision, you will find that your life will reflect the peace and security that comes from knowing that God is your provider. There is no need to fear the future, for God's provision knows no end. This is a season where the impossible becomes possible. What you once thought could never happen is now within your reach. The blessings you have prayed for, the desires of your heart, are now being fulfilled in ways you couldn't have imagined. You have entered into the fullness of God's promises, and now as you walk in alignment with His will, you will see the manifestation of those promises in your life. Your faith will be rewarded with blessings that go beyond what you have asked or imagined. Take a moment to reflect on all the ways God has provided for you in the past. Every breakthrough, every answered prayer, every provision was not a coincidence. They were signs of God's faithfulness, and they are a testimony to the fact that He will continue to provide for you in the future. The provision you are stepping into now is not temporary. It is eternal. It's a continual flow that will never run dry. As you walk in this divine provision, know that every step you take is one of faith, knowing that God's hand is upon you, guiding you every step of the way. You are no longer subject to the limitations of the world. The economy, the systems, the fears that once dictated your life no longer have power over you. You are walking in the power of God's provision, and that provision is limitless. No matter what the world says, no matter what the circumstances look like, you will always have more than enough. The abundance that is coming into your life is not just for your benefit, it is for the benefit of those around you. As you step into this new season, your wealth will become a tool to further God's kingdom, to bless others, and to make an impact in the world. Chosen one, the road ahead is lined with opportunities, but none of it will unfold according to your timetable. The perfect timing of God is what governs your life now, and His timing is always flawless. You may have felt the weight of waiting, the impatience that grows when you see others moving ahead. But I tell you now, the waiting was not wasted. God was preparing you for a moment that will be unlike anything you've ever experienced. Trust in the process, for it is divine. Every delay, every pause has been for your benefit. You are being shaped, strengthened, and refined for the greatness that is about to unfold. God's timing is not bound by the constraints of this world. His perspective is eternal, and He sees what you cannot yet see. What you may perceive as a delay is actually God setting things in motion behind the scenes. The doors you've been waiting for will open, but they will open at the exact moment they are meant to, and not a moment too soon or too late. Trust that the doors He's opening for you are custom-made, and they will perfectly align with your calling. When the time is right, you will step into what you were born for with ease and grace, and all the pieces will fall into place. There may be times when it feels like nothing is happening, when the waiting feels endless. But in those moments, I urge you to remember this: God is never idle. Even when you don't see movement, He is working on your behalf. He is aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities just for you. You are not waiting in vain. There is a divine preparation that is happening, and the results will be far greater than you could have imagined. The timing of your breakthrough will be perfect, and when it comes, it will be more than worth the wait. Every moment of waiting is also a moment of preparation. God is building your character, expanding your capacity, and strengthening your faith for what's to come. This season of waiting is not a season of inactivity. You are being trained, you are being equipped, and you are being positioned for something greater. It may not make sense right now, but God's purpose is far beyond what you can comprehend. As you continue to trust Him, you will see that every moment has been part of His divine plan. The time is coming, and you will be ready. In moments of doubt, when impatience rises within you, remember this: God's delay is not denial. What He has promised you is already on its way. You may not have seen it yet, but He is moving mountains behind the scenes. Trust in His promise that He will never leave you or forsake you. What He has spoken over your life will come to pass at the appointed time. There is no need to rush, no need to worry. Your job is not to force things to happen, but to walk in faith and trust that God's timing will unfold everything in its perfect season. Every step you take, every decision you make, is part of the path God has laid out for you. Though the road may seem unclear, trust that He is guiding you every step of the way. There is a divine purpose in every turn, every twist, and every delay. The moments of waiting are a part of His perfect plan. When it's time for you to step into the fullness of His promise, you will know and you will walk confidently, knowing that you are right where you are meant to be. As you wait, be patient. This is not the time to be anxious or restless. This is the time to rest in His peace, knowing that the one who holds the universe in His hands also holds your future. You are not alone in this process. He is walking with you, leading you, and guiding you. The waiting will soon be over, and when it is, you will step into a season of favor, blessings, and breakthroughs that you could never have imagined. Trust that God's perfect timing will bring about everything He has promised, and in the end, you will see that all the waiting was worth it. Finally, remember this truth: God's timing is always for your good. The delays, the pauses, and the waiting have all been to align you with the best version of your future. When the time comes, you will step into your destiny with confidence, knowing that everything has been orchestrated by God Himself. So let go of any doubts or frustrations. Trust in His plan and rest in the certainty that His perfect timing is always worth the wait. Chosen one, the time has come for you to rise with absolute confidence in God's provision. You have been chosen, not because of your own strength, but because of His perfect plan for your life. It is not by your power or might that you will succeed, but by His Spirit moving through you. This is the divine shift, the turning point, where you stop relying on your own efforts and fully embrace the provision of God. The confidence you need to move forward does not come from self-assurance, but from the deep understanding that you are backed by the Creator of the universe. With God, you are never alone, and His provision is more than enough for whatever lies ahead. You are walking in a season where you no longer need to fear lack. The mindset of scarcity that has held you back is being broken. God has already provided everything you need, and it's time for you to step into the abundance He has promised. Your financial provision, your emotional healing, your spiritual growth, these are all part of God's plan for you. He has seen your struggles, He has heard your cries, and He is now delivering you into a season of plenty. The days of barely getting by are over. You are entering into a season where God's abundance flows freely in every area of your life. What you once thought was impossible is now within reach. God is opening doors that no man can shut, and He is positioning you for success in ways that defy natural understanding. The enemy may try to discourage you, telling you that you're not qualified or that the blessings are too far out of reach. But I tell you now, do not listen to the lies. God has already called you, equipped you, and anointed you for this moment. You are more than enough, not because of your own strength, but because of the power of the Holy Spirit working through you. Trust that the provision you need is already on its way, and with each step you take in faith, it will become evident. You were never meant to struggle. God has not designed your life to be one of endless toil and hardship. His plan for you includes rest, peace, and an overflow of blessings. As you trust in His provision, you will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace comes from knowing that you are walking in alignment with God's perfect will. When you fully surrender to His plan, you release the need to control every outcome, and you allow God to take the lead. This is the path of divine confidence, where you walk in His strength, knowing that He is the one who provides. As you embrace this season of divine provision, I encourage you to remove all doubt and fear. Trust that God's provision is not a one-time occurrence, but a continuous flow. He will provide for you every step of the way, and you will never lack. His promises are unwavering, and He has declared that you will never be forsaken. The riches of His kingdom are limitless, and they are yours to claim. Do not hesitate, do not fear, but walk boldly into the abundance that is already prepared for you. Every need you have will be met, and every desire of your heart will be fulfilled according to His perfect plan. You may not yet see the full extent of what God has in store for you, but trust me, it is more than you can imagine. His provision is not just about money or material wealth, it is about the fullness of life. God desires that you experience peace, joy, purpose, and fulfillment in every area of your life. As you step into His provision, you will find that your relationships are strengthened, your health is restored, and your purpose becomes clearer. This divine provision touches every aspect of who you are, and it will cause you to flourish in ways that you never thought possible. The confidence you are walking in now is not from your own understanding or abilities, but from knowing that God is with you. He is your provider, and He is opening doors that no one can shut. Trust that as you move forward, you will see His hand at work in your life in miraculous ways. The breakthrough you have been waiting for is not coming. It is already here. Your steps are being guided, and your future is already secured in His hands. It's time to step into the fullness of what God has for you, knowing that He is the one who will see you through every challenge and every blessing. You are walking into a season of divine favor, and this is just the beginning. As you continue to trust in God's provision, you will see more and more of His goodness unfold in your life. The abundance you are stepping into will not only change your circumstances, but will transform your entire mindset. You will no longer view life through the lens of scarcity, but through the lens of God's limitless provision. Your confidence will come from knowing that your Father is the creator of all things, and He has more than enough for you. Chosen one, there is an undeniable shift taking place in your life right now. You are stepping into a season of favor that cannot be stopped. The doors that were once closed are now wide open, and no force on earth can shut them. The favor of God is surrounding you like a shield, protecting you and pushing you forward into the promises He has spoken over your life. This favor is not earned by your actions, but granted to you by God's grace. It is a divine gift, poured out on you because you are His chosen vessel. It is time for you to walk boldly in this favor, knowing that it will carry you through every situation, every challenge, and every breakthrough that lies ahead. You will begin to notice that things are happening for you that once seemed impossible. Opportunities will come to you effortlessly, and success will follow you wherever you go. The world may have told you that you were too young, too inexperienced, or too insignificant to succeed, but God has spoken differently. He has chosen you, and when God chooses, no one can stand in the way of His plan. The favor you are walking in is not just for your benefit, but it is a testimony to the world of God's goodness and His faithfulness. As you walk in this divine favor, you will become a living example of the power of God to transform lives. This favor will open doors in your career, your relationships, your finances, and your purpose. You will find that people who once overlooked you will begin to notice you, and opportunities that seemed out of reach will now come to you naturally. This is the supernatural favor of God at work in your life, orchestrating every detail for your good. Those who once doubted you will soon see the evidence of God's hand upon you. Your success will be undeniable, and your life will be a reflection of His unshakable promises. The favor of God is not something you have to chase. It will follow you all the days of your life. As you embrace this season of favor, remember that it is not for your glory but for God's. The blessings you are about to receive are meant to be used for a higher purpose. Your wealth, your influence, and your opportunities are not just for your own benefit, but to serve others and to further the kingdom of God. The favor you walk in is meant to be a blessing to those around you. The more you give, the more you will receive. This is the law of divine favor. When you are faithful with what God has given you, He will continue to pour out more blessings into your life. You may have faced rejection in the past, but that rejection was not a sign of your failure. It was a sign that God was protecting you. The people who rejected you were not meant to be part of your journey. The favor that God is releasing in your life will attract the right people, the ones who will help you fulfill your divine purpose. Do not be discouraged by past rejection. Rather, be thankful for it, for God's plan for you is far greater than anything you could have imagined. He is positioning you for greatness, and the favor that is coming into your life will bring the right people into your circle. This favor is unstoppable, chosen one. There is nothing in this world that can hinder what God has set in motion. As you walk in His favor, you will see doors open, people be drawn to you, and opportunities unfold in ways you never dreamed possible. Your life will be a constant testimony of God's provision, protection, and blessing. Even in the midst of challenges, His favor will make a way where there seems to be no way. You will experience the ease of walking in God's divine will, knowing that everything you need will be provided at the right time. You were born for this season. Everything that you have experienced up until this point has prepared you for the favor you are walking in now. It is not a coincidence that you are here at this moment in time. God has been preparing you for this. Every struggle, every setback, and every moment of doubt has been a part of His divine process to position you for this outpouring of favor. Now is the time for you to rise, to step into the fullness of what He has promised you. Your future is bright, and the favor of God is lighting the way. As you embrace this favor, you will begin to notice a peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace comes from knowing that you are walking in alignment with God's plan for your life. You are no longer striving, no longer fighting to make things happen. Instead, you are walking in the divine favor that God has already given you, and this favor will carry you through every season, every challenge, and every blessing that is to come. Trust in God's perfect timing, and know that His favor is the key to everything that lies ahead. Chosen one, your journey has brought you to this moment, and it's time for you to embrace the future with bold faith. The world has tried to shape you, but now it's time for you to step into your divine purpose with unshakable confidence. The trials, the setbacks, the moments of doubt, none of these define you. You are walking into a season where your faith will carry you to heights you never dreamed possible. It is not by your strength, but by God's power that you will soar. The future is bright, and it is yours to claim. As you move forward, know that you are not walking alone. God has already gone before you, preparing the way. He is lighting the path ahead and guiding your steps. There is no need to fear the unknown, for God is in control of every detail. Every door that needs to open will open, and every obstacle that stands in your way will be removed. You are no longer bound by the limits of your past. You are walking in the fullness of God's promises for your life. Trust in Him and know that the best is yet to come. The future that God has for you is filled with unimaginable blessings and favor. You may have had dreams that seemed too big or too far out of reach, but I tell you now, those dreams are not only possible, but they are divinely appointed. Your life will be marked by supernatural breakthroughs, and you will step into a season of success that will leave everyone in awe. You will look back on this time and realize that the struggles you endured were simply stepping stones to the greatness that God was preparing you for. You are walking into a future of divine fulfillment. As you embrace the future, remember that God has given you everything you need to succeed. You may not always understand the process, but trust that He is working all things together for your good. Every setback, every challenge, is a part of the divine preparation for the blessing that is about to overflow into your life. Keep your eyes focused on God's promises, and do not let the distractions of the world pull you away from the path He has set before you. Your faith will be your anchor, and it will hold you steady no matter what comes your way. This is your time to rise and take possession of everything that God has promised you. Do not let fear or doubt hold you back. The road ahead is paved with divine favor, and you are walking in it. The enemy may try to discourage you, but you are unstoppable. God's hand is upon you, and His promises are sure. As you step forward in bold faith, you will see His power at work in ways you never thought possible. The days of struggle are behind you. This is the season of supernatural acceleration, and you are stepping into it right now. Before we move forward, take a moment. Like this video if you feel the power of this message stirring in you. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next in your journey of divine transformation. Leave a comment with 55 below. This is the number of new beginnings, divine alignment, and covenant promises. Now, as you embrace the future, know that God is with you, and His favor will follow you all the days of your life. You have everything you need to succeed, and the time for hesitation is over. It is time to move forward with boldness, knowing that the Creator of the universe is backing you every step of the way. The world is waiting for you to step into the fullness of your divine purpose, and the time to act is now. You are not just stepping into your future, you are walking in the destiny that God has already established for you. The road may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. With God, all things are possible. So step forward in faith, knowing that every step is leading you closer to the fulfillment of His perfect plan. Your destiny is waiting, and it is time for you to claim it. Chosen one, you have come to the end of one chapter, but the beginning of something even greater. Everything you've experienced, the waiting, the preparation, the battles, the victories, has all led to this. God has been with you every step of the way, shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for this moment. You are no longer the same person who started this journey. You have been transformed, and now you are ready to step fully into the divine calling that has been upon your life from the very beginning. Your appointed time has arrived, and there is nothing that can stop the move of God in your life. Before we close, take this moment to reaffirm your faith and commitment. Like this video if you're ready to embrace everything God has for you in this new season. Subscribe to stay connected and keep walking in divine alignment with His plan for your life. Comment 55 below. This number is a symbol of covenant, new beginnings, and divine fulfillment. As you stand on the threshold of this new season, understand this truth. God is not finished with you. The work He has begun in you will be carried to completion. This is just the beginning of a life filled with divine favor, abundance, and purpose. What God has for you is far greater than anything you've yet imagined. It will exceed your expectations, and it will leave a lasting impact on the world around you. You were born for this moment, and everything you've been through has been to prepare you for this divine outpouring. You are walking in a season of supernatural favor, but remember that it's not just about receiving, it's about giving. The blessings you receive are meant to flow through you to others. You are called to be a vessel of God's love, peace, and provision to those around you. Your life is not just about your own success, but about impacting others, advancing God's kingdom, and being a beacon of light in a world that so desperately needs it. You were chosen not for your own glory, but for His. The favor and abundance you walk in are meant to reflect His goodness and His grace to all who see you. As you continue your journey, know that you are fully equipped to handle everything that lies ahead. God has provided you with everything you need to succeed. You have His peace, His strength, and His guidance. His Spirit is within you, empowering you to do what He has called you to do. The road may not always be smooth, but it will always be worth it. You have been set apart for greatness, and there is nothing that can stand in the way of the plan that God has for your life. Keep walking forward, knowing that He is with you every step of the way. Your time has come, and your future is brighter than ever. Embrace it with open arms, knowing that God's favor is upon you, and His promises are true. The best is yet to come, and you are just getting started. Step boldly into your destiny, for God is with you and His perfect plan is unfolding before your eyes. You are His chosen one, and your appointed time is now.